Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Uh-oh. It's a little like a reflection. How you guys doing? Come on in. Hey. Let me say hi to the people. We already got 60 people in the room, so let me do the roll call. See who all we have up in here. Had to scroll to the top, y'all. All right. The Informed is always one of the first people in the room. What's up, boo? Hey, Rock Chick. Hey, Chuck. Oh, Chuck, I'm going to see you in 3 days, boo. Well, technically, no, 3. Because today, it ain't over yet, but we done done what we had to do, okay? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will see Chuck on Friday. Yes. Hey, Brown Mama, I'm gonna see Brown Mama on Friday. Cajun, I'm gonna see Cajun on Friday. Yes, how you doing? Let me see. Lord, they was talking in the chat before I got here. They didn't have whole conversations in the chat, child. Lord, Cajun and Chuck were just having a whole conversation. All right. What's up, Tracy W? Hey, boo, Nubian. What's going on? A Dark Liquor Cam, KDK. What's up, Quake? Lovely Nola. Hey, boo. What's up, Mia? Remember I used to call you Miami. What's up, Mia? How you doing, boo? Gossip in the Garden. Felicia. Hey. Let me tell y'all something. Cajun, baby, you better. Cajun, they gonna get you. Baby, they are gonna get you on Friday. And I can't do nothing for you. They're gonna get you on Friday. That's all I got to say. I'm in war-torn. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but I'm in war-torn Portland trying to avoid Christy Nome. Yes. Duck and dodge, honey. Duck and dodge. Y'all want to know something funny? I'm going to tell y'all before I forget to say it. Did y'all see where up in Chicago, restaurants are not letting ICE agents eat and not letting them use the bathroom? They were complaining that they don't have nowhere to eat and they don't have nowhere to use the bathroom. Oh. Oh, you don't have nobody to use the bathroom. Nobody let you come eat. Oh. Anyway, what's up, Don? Hey, boo. It's Tish. Hey, Xavier, Montrez. Hey, Cheryl. Angie, work was rough today. I need this live. Hello from Chesterfield. Hey, my love. Well, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. What up, TT? Cajun is just having a good time in this chat right now. Lord, Des Hop said, as they should. Next topic. I know that's right. Not Ice better doing that. Well, my thing is, how do people know? Because they cover their faces. So I guess it's when they have on their official like garb, right? Listen, if you were proud of what you were doing, you wouldn't be covering your face. So that just tells me that you're not proud of what you're doing. You know that what you're doing is some bull hockey. You just surprised that everybody else feel the way you feel. Because if you were proud of what you were doing, why do you feel the need to cover your face? Anyway, get some Depends and get the hell on. What up, Nay? That's the birthday girl, y'all. This is Nay's birthday week. Hey, baby. Hope you're having a good week, honey. You're not letting the people stress you out too much. Amanda, what's going on? All right, you guys. So look, we almost have 100 people in the room. Y'all know Don gets on his post at 150. Don gets on his post at 150, and he's ready. I see him here. He ready. He ready to pull out the trays. Okay, 150. That's when we get busy. So let's get ready to get into some things of the things. All right. You work for ICE, then you run to a Thai restaurant for the bathroom. Yeah, F that. Okay. Right. Oh, okay. Hey Sharice, what's going on? Yes, y'all wish, even though her birth, but y'all know how she listen. Y'all gonna give her that birthday love, child. Happy Nay Day. Chuck, weren't you just trying to steal her dog the other day? Chuck, weren't you just trying to take Benji? Talking about Happy Nay Day. You was trying to take her dog. Child, Benji is probably laying right there going, who, what? Who called my name? Okay. So let's get ready to get into it, you guys. When is Benji's birthday, Nay? I don't remember. Oh, that wasn't you. Well, who was it that was trying to steal Benji? Somebody was trying to steal Benji the other day. What's up, Miss Birthday? You know what? He is a sweetheart, though, Chuck. I know what you mean. He's a pit bull, but he is such a sweetheart. Now, he don't play about Nay. I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of listen, I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of Benji if he felt like she in danger. But he really is a sweetheart. Y'all see how he is with me? He is a sweetheart. But I definitely understand what you're saying. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser. Hey, boo. All right, y'all, let's get into it. I do not really have any church announcements today other than if you want a cruise shirt. Again, if you just want a cruise shirt and you're not actually getting on the cruise, that's fine. The shirts are $30. You have to Cash App Spill It Boy and email him at spillitboy at gmail.com. You know, email him your name and all your information, size, where you want the t-shirt to go and all that good stuff. And the shirts are $30, and then you would Cash App him the $30 at $ Spill It Boy. So the t-shirts are officially on sale for the cruise. Yeah. Other than that, I really don't have anything. It looks like stuff is on sale again with the cruise. The final payment for the cruise is due at the end of November. So I feel like we're going to start seeing a lot of sales because the final payment is coming up. So if when these sales come up, you don't, Benji's birthday is in August. Okay. Benji had a birthday in August. Happy birthday, Benji. If you don't have the money when those things go on sale, y'all, do not stress yourselves. That stuff is going to go on sale until literally the week before the cruise. I think usually like right before the cruise, they have a flash sale like 2 or 3 days before the cruise. The only thing I'm going to caution you on, and I made this mistake back when I did the cruise back in August, I made this mistake. I was going to do my internet. I waited to the last minute to do the internet, and I missed that final sale because they do shut it down like 48 hours before the cruise. So I don't know what I don't know in my mind. I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And I didn't realize they were going to shut it down for good. And I ended up paying full price for the internet because by the time I paid for the internet, we were getting on the ship and there was no more sale. But I had already gotten everything else. So I've actually gotten everything this time except for my internet. So just be careful about that. Also, your final payments are due at the end of November. But listen, y'all have been paying on this cruise. Y'all are not playing. Okay, a lot of y'all have already paid y'all cruises off. And some of y'all have been y'all have been making payments. So just know the end of November, it is due. So don't let that, Thanksgiving, Christmas get you. Once the hold on, Cajun, I'm gonna get you. Once the final payment is due, almost pretty quickly after that, you can check in. I feel like early December, you can check in. You can check in 30 days before the cruise, or I mean, not 30, 90, 60, whatever it is. You can check in damn near like a week after you make the final payment. If you have a passport, that's probably the easiest way. You can do everything on the app. Upload all your stuff, take your picture, all that good stuff. And then once you get there, basically, once you go through, if you're already checked in, once you go through security, you're pretty much on the boat. Like you have to, check, they have to just check to make sure that you are that person. But all of your information is in there. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to adjust anything. And basically, once you go through security, you are on the ship. I think the last 2 cruises I went on, I was probably, once I went through security, I was probably on the ship within 10, 15 minutes. I don't even think it took that long, from being honest, but definitely within 10 to 15 minutes. And security, in August, security wasn't that bad. When we went in February, security was a little slower. Once you check in, just try to get the earliest check-in time you can, but the check-in time on Royal Caribbean really does not matter. Unless there's a line, they don't really stop you and say, oh, you're early for your check-in time, you need to stand over there and wait. They just kind of let you go in, like I said, unless they're backed up. I heard Virgin isn't like that. I heard Virgin is very strict about your check-in time. If your check-in time is at 12, you cannot get on earlier than 12. But Royal, my experience has been, it's not that deep. So anyway, that's pretty much all of the church announcements I have. As far as this weekend is concerned, Cajun has a different meteorologist than the rest of us. Based on what I'm seeing for the weather is going to be the same as what we've been saying, like 70s. But Cajun saw something about rain on Friday. So pack an umbrella in case it's raining. Because I didn't see rain. I know it's raining right now, but I didn't see anything about rain on Friday. But pack an umbrella, excuse me. Okay, moving right along. That was pretty much the church announcements. So let's go ahead and jump into these things. Cajun, you said, what about the hot air balloon thing? I don't know a lot about, hold on. I don't know a lot about, oh, wow. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I saw something. I don't know exactly what it looks. It's not a hot air balloon like the balloon actually takes off and goes away and comes back. It looks like it goes way up in the air, and it's like a big circle that holds however many people, and it goes up so you can see like a panoramic view. I don't know how long. I don't know how long you stay up in the air. But every time I go, I see it and I'm like, oh, I want to do it. So I just went on and did it. I went on and bought a ticket. I got it when it was on sale. It wasn't really expensive. And of course, if it's too windy, they don't do it. If it's too windy, they don't do it, and they'll just credit you your money back. So, but I'm doing that before. It's the same day as Coco K, so I'm gonna do that. I think mine is like at 10 in the morning. So I'm gonna do the hot air balloon thing, and then after that, I'm gonna just go straight to the pool. So it doesn't stay up too long. Yeah, I didn't think it stayed up too long. Yeah, it's tethered to the ground. Yeah, so you don't float away. Like you're connected to the ground. I just thought it would be nice to get that view. Really be. Can I say I've never seen so many Commanders fans here in Cali, especially at that Chargers game, baby. Now I went to the Chargers game 2 years ago. Now we ain't take over, but we were represented. We was there. It was more than I thought, but I'm sure there were a lot more there this time, child. I'm sure there are a lot more there this time. What'd you say about? You said the spa is back on sale. The spa package is back up, but I won't get it since I have to get off the boat. Why you got to get off the boat? I'm getting it. I already got it. All right, y'all. It's time for us to get into these things, honey. It's time for us to get into these things. We got 150 in the chat, so y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Those doors. Okay. It's 150 of y'all in the chat. I hope we have over 100 likes. If you would like to support the platform on the freeway, just hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. If you would like to support the platform and put a little monetary behind it, we do accept monetary donations. It's not mandatory, but it's appreciated. And the number for today is $6.50, which means $6.50 is the number. Somebody asked me the other day, how you come up with that number? Baby, it's just the time that I make this announcement. Okay. $6.50 is the number for the day. So you can donate $6.50, $16.50, $60, $160. And Chuck said one day he gonna feel real jiggy and give me $650. Okay. But but you guys can, y'all can super chat, Cash App, or you could just hit that like button and sit down and enjoy yourself. Okay. All right. So let's get into some of these stories. Okay. Child, what we want to talk about first? Oh my Lord. Let's see here. Remy Ma said that she is going to be launching a streaming platform on September the 28th, Thanksgiving Day. And it's going to be founded by Remy Ma, along with co-founders Roberto Rush Evans, producer and former head of creative and production at Manami Entertainment, and Steve Ward, founder of Grandma's Boy Media. Okay. The Shy Girl magazine brand and Ward Vision Films. Remy Network will deliver a diverse slate of original programming inspired by hip-hop culture, including scripted series, films, reality shows, documentaries, concerts, music specials, sports, and finance content. Let me say this. That sounds very promising. I don't know what it's going to end up looking like, but it sounds very promising. I support that. Somebody said we don't want that, Remy. Why we don't want it? Tell us why we don't want it. I want it. It sounds like that's what BET used to be. Where are my glasses? Oh, it sounds like that's what BET used to be. Around hip hop and no, it don't sound like Zeus. At least not by the description. Not by the description. But it sounds like what BET used to be back in the day. Everything was sort of centered around Black culture, hip-hop culture. You had music content. You had original shows. You had concerts and all of that. Like, again, I want to see it be successful. I mean, I don't know where to download the app and all that good stuff. I don't have that information. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't know. I'm here for it. Yeah, I mean, by the description, it does not sound like Zeus. Now, it sounds like what Zeus was supposed to originally be. But remember, we covered that story that allegedly Lemuel Plummer came in, infiltrated his partners, iced them out, and then put up the trash. Now, that's what they said. That's what the people said. That's what the people had said. I would support Remy just like I support these white people. Yeah, I'm here for it. I mean, again, if it go up and it end up being some bullshit, then it just end up being some bullshit, But once again, I say we talk about how we need more things that represent us, and here we have somebody that's attempting to do that, at least by the description. Right, it looks like this is something with Mona Scott Young, or at least people that are connected to Mona Scott Young. I am here to support. And again, everybody don't have to feel the way I feel. But I'm here to support it. Until I have a reason not to support it, I'm here to support it. I'm here to support it. But y'all know I like Remy Ma. And I know some people are not Remy Ma fans, but I like Remy Ma. I've always liked Remy Ma. I don't always agree with Remy Ma, but I like Remy. I don't always agree with her now. That's two different things. All right. In the Iggas are stupid category. In the Iggas are stupid category. I don't even watch Love and Hip Hop, but I saw this link. And again, this is just, y'all know they just trying to get us. They just trying to grab us. So this is just the trying to grab you attention part of it. So I don't watch the show. So if it's more to this story, that's fine. But I have to read the ludicrousy of what, the clickbait of it all. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to, why won't this thing let me? Yeah, I have to get a, ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, there it is right there. I was like, I'm looking for something. Okay. Now, this is the headline that reads, it says, Bambi's ex, Ray Face. Now, for those who don't follow Love and Hip Hop, Bambi was married to Scrappy. Last season, she had a whole boo. They were engaged. They were supposed to get married. And then while they weren't filming, it seemed like the whole relationship collapsed. He lied allegedly about having a whole nother family. And they broke up. Okay, I don't know all the details because again, I don't watch the show. I'm sure they talked about it or whatever. I don't know I don't watch the show. But this is the headline. I need y'all to hear what I'm getting ready to say. Bambi's ex, Rayface, claims her gay bestie caused their breakup. First of all, I don't think it matters that her best friend is gay or not. I don't know why that's an issue. I don't know why that means anything. I don't understand why that. I'm not understanding why that's a thing. But it says her gay bestie caused their breakup by sending videos of him sleeping with another woman. I'm going to read it again. Bambi's ex, Rayface, claims that her gay bestie caused their breakup by sending videos of him sleeping with another woman. Was it AI? Was it a fake video? Was it not you? Were you framed? Because I'm not understanding how her friend letting her know that you're cheating on her was the reason why y'all broke up. I mean, help me out. Y'all help me out with that one. Am I missing something? Baby DB said, truth is I'm tired. Options are few. Okay? Sir, it is your fault because you were cheating. How you gonna be mad that somebody snitched on you? He said it was 5 years old. Also spewed a bunch of lies after. So here she go. Siri, stop. Stop.
I found this on the web.
Ain't nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. So he said the videos were 5 years old. So then again, if the videos were 5 years old, that still didn't break y'all up. Because all you had to say was, those were old videos. I'm not understanding why your friend is getting involved in our business. I don't understand this, sir. I don't know why. I don't know what wakes her up. Because I don't be calling for her. I just read that this morning and I was like, what? Moving right along. Moving right along. Candy said she is going to get this Tony come hella hot water. She said she is going to become a EGOT. And she said she going to get this Tony come hella hot water. Now they're going to do a revival down to the Broadway of a another August Wilson play. Remember, she did the piano player. She didn't do it. She was one of the producers. And she has joined the production team for Joe Turner's. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Not August Wilson. Joe Turner's Come and Gone. This is also going to be starring Taraji P. Henson, Cedric the Entertainer, and Debbie Allen will be directing it. It is coming to Broadway in the spring of 2026. Baby, Candy says she gonna get this thing. She said, I'm gonna get it come hella hot water. I don't listen. I mean, do what you gotta do, baby. I'm here for it. If I can get up to New York, I would love to see this. I am not, let me tell you something. I love Taraji P. Henson. I support Taraji P. Henson. I love the fact that she's a local girl, grew up, went to Howard, took a chance on herself, went to Hollywood with only a couple of $100 in the bank and her baby on her hip, and she did what she had to do to make it work. I love that, and I'm going to always support that. I'm going to just leave it at that. Candy has an Emmy. Candy has a Grammy. Of course, she needs the Oscar and she needs a Tony. Yeah, she's 50. She has 50%. She got an Emmy for the documentary that she put together during COVID on George Floyd that they did on Bravo. Remember they did that whole thing on Bravo during COVID. They were talking about George Floyd and all that. Candy's got the Emmy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what she wasn't. Yeah. Cindy, okay. However, I personally have not been impressed with her acting range. So I would be interested to see her on Broadway live. Yeah. She's definitely been nominated for the. Hold on. I could have sworn Candy had an Emmy. Hold on. Y'all telling me she don't. Hold on. Now, this one I need to be asking Siri, but I don't even want to wake her ass up. Okay. Okay, I guess she did. My apologies. Maybe she just has the Grammy because I thought she had gotten an Emmy. It keeps saying that she was nominated for both. Okay. My apologies, y'all. I could have sworn she got an Emmy for that. But maybe she did. And maybe she got another award. But I thought she got an Emmy for that. But she's been nominated for Emmy and Tony. I guess she never won. Okay. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. She did Big Mama Thornton from Chicago on Broadway. Who? Taraji? Taraji? Doesn't she get an Emmy for the play with Jennifer Hudson? What play with Jennifer Hudson? She wasn't an executive producer on that play. Well, yeah, she's got 3. I think I'm gonna be quiet as kept and loud as it is. Candy might mess around and get an Oscar before she gets a Emmy or a Tony, and I'm gonna tell you why. Candy is a beautiful songwriter. She could mess around and write a song for a score. I mean, not a score, but on for a movie or something, and mess around and get an Oscar for that. But like, I could see her be. I mean, there are so many ways to get these awards that don't have to be what we think the traditional way is. But I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell you, I think Candy made her mistake by telling people that's what she wanted. And I know this is going to be effed up for me to say, but sometimes you can't put your dreams and desires out there, because there'll be people who are in positions to sabotage it that will do just that. And I don't have a problem with you having your vision board. I don't have a problem with you having your desires. I don't even have a problem with you sharing them with the people that you know love you. But to put it out there, I read that somewhere. I read that somewhere about you having to, keep your dreams to yourself, because people will actually try to sabotage it. And honestly, the Tony Awards are very snobbish, and we know how the Oscars are. The Emmys are a little more, because there's so many different ways to get an Emmy. You can get a daytime Emmy, a nighttime Emmy. It's so many different ways to get an Emmy. So the Emmys, a little bit, but the Tonys and especially the Oscars, they are so snobby. So snobby. So I'm not saying she shouldn't have that confidence in herself, but I just hate that she said it. And to be honest, and this is not coming from me, y'all. This is not coming from me, but as a people who are true Broadway people who are, what's the word I'm looking for? Purists, I guess, when it comes to that Broadway genre. Because now you have said you want a Tony, it almost looks like you're latching yourself on to anything that you think is going to get you a Tony, instead of it looking like you really truly care about the art and the craft of live theater. Y'all know what I'm saying? And that might be the furthest thing from the truth, but that is what it looks like. That's what it looks like, because now you have said you want this Tony. And I think because you came so close that you're just boom, 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 because this is like maybe the fourth show that I think she's become a producer on. And I know she's making money. I mean, she's getting her money back off of it. But it just makes me, it makes me feel like, are there people that are just silently sabotaging her? Y'all know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. And again, I wish her no ill will. I love Candy. I truly do. But yeah. That's how I feel. I heard Othello was so good, and I'm so mad I missed it. I really hope that they filmed it to like stream it somewhere. Yes, hey Kim. Yeah, we talking about Candy. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't think Candy can win one. It's everything I just said. Othello definitely got disrespected. I love Broadway. Again, I had gone to Broadway plays, and then I hadn't gone to a Broadway play in years. And then, of course, y'all know my girlfriend, her daughter is on Broadway, and going up there to see her, I've probably seen more Broadway shows in the last couple of years than I've seen, in a while, because every time I go to New York, I catch her play, but I always catch at least one other play while I'm there. Now, I wanted to go up there this summer. I wanted to see, it was like 4 or 5 plays I wanted to see this summer, and y'all know my summer went by before I knew it. The summer was over, and I just didn't make it. But I definitely want to get up there. I still want to see Hell's Kitchen, even though, some of the main people that started it have left, but I still want to see Hell's Kitchen. I want to see Hell's Kitchen. I wanted to catch Felicia Rashad's play, but I think that run is over now, or no. The run's not over, but Samuel Jackson's wife left the show, and I wanted to see it with her. Am I going to see the Harry Potter play? I don't know. It's not, as much as I love Harry Potter, it's not really on the top of my list. Yeah, I heard Hell's Kitchen is really good. So, but anyway, I may be going up there over the summer. Over the winter, because she's in a new play. She's in a revival of Ragtime. So I may go up there to see that, but it's a limited run. So I think it's only there for it's a very limited run. It's only like 3 months. So I don't know if I can make it. Winter, New York wintertime could be a little tricky, but does that make me rich? Cajun, far from it. I drive to New York. We get the tickets for very cheap because she's in the show. Trust me. Ain't nobody rich. That's why I ain't go to New York. That's why I didn't go this summer, because I was like, baby, I got too many other things going on for me to get up there this summer. The most expensive thing when I go to New York is the hotel. Kim, yeah, wrong crowd. I don't know, baby. Yeah, that's Alicia Keys. She produced that, Hell's Kitchen. Again, Give Me Shelter. Yes and no. She asked me if I'm excited about the Harry Potter HBO show. Yes and no. I mean, I have to wait and see what it is. KJ, you gonna get timed out. I didn't see any rats while I was there, so I'm sure we've seen the rats. We know they're big. Like, you don't need to ask me. Just Google New York rats. You've seen them. They're huge. I ain't seen them while I was there, but I mean, I wasn't looking for them either. So, all right. Since we're talking about candy, let's jump on over to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. Shamir done posted this cryptic message. Shamir, listen, we don't care. I'm gonna speak for me, child. I don't care. But Shamir done posted this cryptic message that says, hold on, let me make sure I got it, child. Hold on. Lord, let me find it. Shamir has posted this cryptic message that says, never refriend or refamily anyone back into your life if they've tried to ruin your character, finances, or relationships. And then there's a snake, and it says, a snake may shed its skin, but it's still a snake. So let's be clear. I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know who she's talking about. She could be talking about Porsha. She could be talking about Child. She could be talking about anybody at this point. But Shamil, we don't care. Because I think when we left off last season, I think most of us felt like, yeah, you and Porsha probably were not the best of friends to each other. I mean, I think that's how both of us walked away. I think there were things that we definitely felt like Porsha could have done better or did better. But my biggest problem with Shamia was her not articulating how she felt and waiting until she had this platform to address things that were old. Ultimately, and this is what was told to us by multiple sources, ultimately, Porsha and Shamia were not that close before they started filming. I think that because those of us on the outside didn't realize that they weren't as close as they used to be. They played into that, and then the reality of where their friendship was exposed. And I just think ultimately that's what it boiled down to. Well, according to the streets of Atlanta, they have not been that close for a while. They haven't been this best friend duo for a while. Now that's according to the streets. Now, you know. Thank you, Candy Loves TV. Now, also going on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and other news I don't care about, Porsha says she's dating a man and a woman. I don't care. I don't care. Porsha, you spilled that tea a long time ago that you were attracted to women. You spilled that tea a long time ago that you have had encounters with women. So you dating a woman, I don't care. And y'all know how I feel about these reality shows when they're filming. They are still filming. So is this a storyline? Are we going to see Porsha going on a date with a man and then going on a date with a woman? I mean, is this all about Porsha, and whatever season they about to be on? Season 17. You know, again, I don't care. And it wasn't when, like, all the blogs were posting it and it was like, Porsha said she's dating a what? Child, Candy been told us Porsha like women. We don't remember that. We don't remember that. Porsha, Candy been told us. And Porsha has confirmed it. Hell, Shamia told it. Didn't Shamia tell it? Didn't Shamia tell us? Child. Anyway, so that's what's going on down to the Atlanta, child. Tracy said the bar is open. Hold on. What's going on at the bar? Let's see. What Tracy got at the bar today, y'all? The bar is open with a smoked nectarine old-fashioned, a pomegranate and lime margarita, and a mango Cosmo for the non-drinkers. We have a honey ginger spritz. I want the honey ginger spritz and the old-fashioned. Because that honey ginger spritz sounds good, even though it don't have no liquor in it. It sounds good. It's Cruiser here. Cruiser, if you in them clouds, go on, drop down. If Cruiser is, I'm calling Cruiser. If you in them clouds, drop down. K-Fit, if you in the clouds, thank you for sharing me out, my love. Thank you. Listen, for all the people that's going to be in Louisville this weekend, why Cruiser say she wasn't going to be drinking this weekend? I added a little salt to that. But I'm going to add some salt. Cruiser said she wasn't going to be drinking this weekend. Tracy. You said there's a candle sale going on today at Bath and Body Works. Baby, I can't do it today. I'm going to have to catch the next sale, baby. But if you look, I did put the Goose Creek candles down on my shopping bag for this live that you guys can buy y'all some, and I get, y'all know y'all support the platform. If y'all want some Goose Creek candles, y'all going to click on that my shopping bag and get you a candle or 2 or 3 or 4. Going to get you a candle or 2 or 3 or 4. Child, ain't nobody worried about Cruiser. We know where she gonna be and who she gonna be with and what she gonna be doing. Child, I gotta figure out what time I got. Baby, the suitcase is open, y'all. Y'all know what that means. If the suitcase is open, y'all know it's time. I took the suitcase out today when I got home from work. I have to figure out what time I need to get to the airport because my flight leaves at 8:30, but they say the airports are bad, that you need to get there earlier because they said even if you have pre-check, TSA is a mess. So I normally try to be at the airport at least an hour and a half before my flight, the domestic flights. I might have to try to get there like 2 hours early. I'm gonna wait and see what my boarding time is when I check in my flight on Thursday. I'll wait and see what my boarding time is, and that's when I'll figure out. That's when I'll figure out what time I want to be at the airport. The good news is that it's the airport that's the closest to my house, so it won't take me but about 30 minutes to get there. The other good news is, unfortunately, because of the government shutdown, traffic is easy breezy. Like the last couple of days trying to get to work, traffic has been like nothing because a lot of government employees are not on the road. I mean, I hate to say it, it's not a good thing. I'd rather deal with the traffic because I hate the fact that these people are at home and not getting paid. But I'm gonna wait and see what I base what time I want to get at the airport by my check-in, by the boarding time, not necessarily the time of my flight. So yeah. I need to unpack and repack San Diego Wasn't too bad today, but BWI looked crazy. Ooh, don't tell me that. Well, I'm not flying out of BWI. I'm flying out of National, but still. And that early in the morning, hell, everybody gonna be basically just getting there. Shoot. So, but anyway, moving right along. I don't know how we got off on that trip again. I guess I'm just excited. I'm excited. Okay. So that's Porsha, child. We don't care. Dating a woman, we don't care. We don't care, Porsha. We got a few. Karen was out. Did y'all catch that picture of Karen at the Chris Brown concert the other night? So the Grand Dame, she was out in them streets. She went to go see Breezy. That's Cookie. You guys have seen her on the show with Karen. That's her good friend. So they were down to the Chris Brown concert together. And what the hell news? And what the hell news? It says in Mississippi, you are no longer required to take a driving test to get a driver's license. Only a written knowledge test and an eye exam are needed. What the fuck? What the fuck? You mean to tell me you don't have to be able to prove that you can drive to get a fucking driver's license? There is no world where that makes any sense. Again, unless this was just, clickbait, there is no world where that makes sense. Now, I didn't have to do anything to renew my driver's license. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a little bit dangerous. I renewed my this is the first time I've renewed my driver's license online. Before that, I always had to go down to the DMV. And at the very least, I had to take my eye exam again. I think that's dangerous that you don't even have to go down in person to renew your driver's license. Anybody could be renewing my driver's license. I could be dead. I just don't. Well, now I will say, Tracy said my son passed his permit test and couldn't park worth a damn. Now I will say this: in DC, you didn't have to park unless you had a low score. So, it's been so long since I took my driver's test, but I think you need like an 80 to pass. So if you had below an 85, they would make you park. But if you had over, I didn't have to park when I got my driver's license. I didn't have to parallel park. I came off that road test, and the lady said pull in there, and I pulled in there. And she was like, here, congratulations. So, I mean, the parking thing, which I still think you need to learn how to park. But Powerful said they want to make it convenient for people that can't drive. Right. The road test stopped during COVID. I don't know if they reinstated it. I don't mean no harm, but I feel like I still feel the same way. But maybe you shouldn't have got your driver's license then. Maybe you just had to wait until after COVID. I'm sorry. I just think at the very least you need to be, because let's be clear. In DC, again, when I got my license, I don't know what they got to do now. But when I got my license in DC, let's be clear. All you had to do was drive around the block. If you could come out of that lot, make a left, go down to the bottom of the hill, make a left or a right, depending on which. It was like 3 different routes they would take you on. If you could make a left, and they wanted to see if you could change lanes. They wanted to make sure you was going to drive the speed limit, even though don't nobody drive the speed limit once they get their driver's license. Okay? They needed to make sure you could change lanes, make a left turn, and make a right turn. Baby, if you could do that, you got your driver's license. So let's be clear. DC's driving test was not deep. Okay? It was not deep. It wasn't a PhD situation. But you at least had to get in the car and show some basic skills. That's crazy. And I understand that there are parts of Mississippi that are very rural, that are probably, open. And I even understand that a lot of these kids that are getting their license in Mississippi probably been driving since they was 11, 12 years old. I get that. But all of Mississippi ain't like that. I'm in the UK. Do you all learn to drive at the same age in high school? Is it free? So it used to be Yvette. So in most states, you can get your permit at either 15 and a certain number of months before your 16th birthday or when you turn 16. Once you get your permit, again, it's up to the state on how long you have to wait. Some days this camera is fine and some days it's not. I wish I could figure out how to turn off the auto thing that what's the face was telling me to turn off on my camera, the auto focus. But anyway, but now they used to have driver's ed in schools, but they've taken that out of a lot of schools. So now I don't think it's free anymore. At least in some places. Maybe there's some states where it is still free. So yeah, insurance premiums going to skyrocket because especially if you live in Mississippi, child. Driver's ed was required at your high school. I know that in DC it wasn't. In Maryland, I think you had to have a certain number of hours in driver's ed in Maryland, but in DC, I went to high school in Maryland, but I lived in DC, so I got a DC driver's license. But the people who lived in Maryland, they could take driver's ed at the school, but they had to pay. But I also went to a private school. So at public school, I know they used to have it at public school. Yeah, I think so too, Jessica. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to having to take a road test, especially the older you get. Because I mean, I know my grandmother, we damn near had to take her car from her, and she ain't need to be on nobody's road. But we understood it was a sense of independence for her, but it got to the point where it was like, this is dangerous. You don't need to be driving. So. Yeah, I lost my grandmother's necklace and it is bothering me. Yeah, remember I broke it and then I got it fixed. And I had it in the purse when I when I went and got it fixed and I brought it home. It was in that purse. And then I said, let me take it out this purse. And I feel like I hid it from myself. I think wherever I put it, I just don't remember where I put it. I do not believe I lost it because the last place I remember seeing it was in the house. But it's really bothering me that I can't find it because I've looked in all the places that I thought I would have hid it. And I shouldn't say hid it, but where I would have put it. And it's not in any of those places. And it's bothering me. It is bothering me. Baby, Cheryl. Baby, that stop sign, it got me the first time. I ain't gonna lie. Cheryl, no. That driver's test in DC, that stop sign coming out of the lot, baby, it got me the first time. I failed my first test. But then I went back 2 weeks later and I passed it. Baby, it got me the first time. Thank you, Ravine. I believe it's somewhere too. I mean, I'm upset because I can't find it, but I'm not distraught upset because I really do believe it's somewhere in this house. I checked that purse a million times. Oh, check a purse you haven't carried. Well, I checked the purse that I had that day. It was that purse right there, that jean purse right there. And I have torn that purse up inside out. I'm taking everything out of that purse. I checked, I just checked everywhere I thought it would be. And again, it's probably somewhere because what happened was I remember what I was thinking. I was thinking when I took it out of I remember looking at it going, let me take it out because I don't want to lose it because it was still in the purse. And I was, coming in and out the house. I was carrying the purse. So I remember, how you remember saying something to yourself? I remember saying, let me take this out of here. Because what happened was I wasn't going to wear it because I didn't want to break it anymore. So I was just going to put it up. I wasn't going to wear it. I was only going to wear it on like special occasions, that kind of thing. But I wasn't going to wear it every day anymore. So again, I feel like I put it somewhere. But anyway, check all my purses. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where when I keep thinking of places, I'll just keep looking. But I'm almost certain I just hid it from myself. I just don't remember where I put it. That's sad, but anyway. I have one, Lauren. I have one. I have a jewelry organizer. I have jewelry boxes. I have jewelry organizer. But like I said, what happened was I was down here and I'm almost remember what it was. I was down here and I was getting ready to go out and it was in the purse and I didn't want to take it out. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? So I'm almost certain it's somewhere on this floor. Had I taken it upstairs, I'd be all right because I would have just put it in my jewelry box. But anyway, it's around here somewhere. I firmly believe that. I believe it's around here somewhere. I just got to hold on to that. It's around here somewhere. It's in the trunk, the safe, or the fire chest. Stop looking for it. I had stopped looking for it. The only reason why I started thinking about it again is because I was like, oh, maybe it's in my jewelry pouch in my luggage. And when I opened up my suitcase today, I looked through my jewelry pouch in my luggage and it wasn't there. So I think that's what made me think about it all over again. But anyway, let's get into what time. It was 7:30, child. Let me get ready because we got to get ready for the Real Housewives of the Salt Lakes and them. Okay. All right, we done got sidetracked with damn Mississippi. Diddy wants to serve his prison sentence at Fort Dix down to the New Jersey, and it looks like the government doesn't really have an objection. I don't think they care anymore. So his attorney said, "Oh, it has a drug treatment program." Blah blah blah. Child, whatever. All right, the latest update in the Mark Sanchez drama. I was a little bit incorrect when I said it was an Uber driver. That was a report that came out, but it looks like that it was a little more. It was a little more than that. Let me just read you guys this little blurb. Former NFL quarterback was hit with a level 5 felony battery charge following a stabbing incident on Saturday, October the 4th in downtown Indianapolis. So he was charged yesterday. The charge carries a penalty of 1 to 6 years in prison. He's also facing 3 misdemeanor charges: battery, resulting injury, public intoxication, and unlawful entry into a motor vehicle. Marion County prosecutor Ryan Mears stated that the more severe charge was warranted after learning the alleged victim was a 69-year-old delivery driver. A 69-year-old delivery driver. He suffered a severe laceration to the side of his face, penetrating all the way through his left cheek, and reported pain at a level 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. The altercation began when Sanchez, reportedly intoxicated, approached the delivery driver unloading fryer oil at a hotel loading dock. After dispute over parking, Sanchez allegedly attempted to enter the driver's vehicle. The driver, fearing for his life, used pepper spray and then stabbed Sanchez multiple times. Both men were hospitalized with injuries. Cheryl, you my DC homie. Me and you around the same age, so you grew up around what I grew up around. Now you can be drunk and feel no pain, right? I get that. Sometimes people can be drunk and they don't really feel no pain. But let me tell you something. Drunk don't make you not feel pepper spray. That's not drunk. Cheryl, you with me? You still here? Drunk don't make you not feel pepper spray. That sounds like some old PCP shit. That sounds like some others. I'm not saying that that's what that man was on. I'm saying that's what it sounds like. Cheryl, Tawana said it before. Look, Tawana said it. KDK said, see, okay, y'all with me? Listen, that ain't no drunk. Drunk might have a delayed reaction on pain, But baby, drunk don't stop you from feeling pepper spray. No ma'am, no Pam. No ma'am, no Pam. No ma'am, no Pam. That was more than liquor. I don't care what no. Listen, that's my opinion. That was more than liquor. Or it could be roid. You're right. It could be some roids too. Because baby, that's more than liquor. Liquor don't make you not feel no pepper spray in your face. And then y'all arguing over a parking space, sir. You were a guest at the hotel. Why you need a loading dock with a car? Where you parking? You are, I'm sure you were a VIP guest at this hotel. You were literally in the city to work. You were literally in the city to work. So I'm sure you were a VIP guest at that hotel. I'm sure. Why were you even driving? Why are you fighting over a parking space, sir? Down by the loading dock. Who parking by the loading dock? That man was, first of all, can we be honest and call a thing a thing? If that man was still working at 69 years old doing manual labor, it's because he had to. I don't know that man. I don't know nothing about that man. But can we all agree that the likelihood, I can't say 100%, but that the likelihood that man at 69 years old was still working doing manual labor, it's because he had to. I don't know him. I can't say that's 100%, but I'm going to put that in the 85 to 90 percentile. Which I think. I'm just saying. And you fighting this man over a parking space by the loading dock? Sir. And you was drunk. So what you driving? And then you tried to get in that man's car, baby, but that man was ready for you. That man had that pepper spray. And when the pepper spray didn't work, he had us flicker. Baby, he had a splicker. But I bet you he ain't got to work no more. And I hate it. Don't get me wrong. But what fuck you didn't even say? You going to pay me for my pain. You going to pay me for my pain. Oh, he all right now. Listen, Mark Sanchez just gave him his retirement plan. Mark Sanchez just gave him his retirement plan. Huh? Dummy. Anyway. And he MAGA, so I don't have no sympathy. And not that I had some anyway. Speaking of MAGA, can I say something, y'all? Now listen. Y'all know I don't like the orange man in any way, shape, or form. But every once in a while, he gets a zinger in. And I know y'all don't like what I'm about to say. Because we don't like giving credit to him for nothing, okay? But every once in a while, he gets a zinger in. Baby, he went down to his Truth Social going after Al Sharpton. And he said, I knew Al Sharpton for many years. Not that it matters, but he was a major Trump fan. He'd ask me to go in his fake rallies all the time. Now listen, if we knew, for those of us that knew Al Sharpton before his transformation, we know he ain't lying. He would ask him to go in his fake rallies all the time because now that part's a lie because I bought big crowd. That part's a lie. And he couldn't get anybody to come without me. Then he did the Tawana Bailey hoax, one of the worst. So look, here's what's funny though. Why he used that picture, that man? DT, you ain't have to use that picture though. You did not have to use that picture. That baby, when I saw that thing, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but laugh at that. I said, listen, if you gonna troll, baby, I am so mad. I saw that picture. I said, look, I can't even say that. The fat owl. Ooh, buddy. And y'all know, for those of us that, y'all know, Al Sharpton did not have the best reputation. He definitely had a reputation for being a shyster, grifter, and all of that. Baby, y'all know what it was about Al Sharpton. And we all remember that Tawana Brawley story, child. Woo-wee. Not looking like my 4th grade picture day. Okay. Are y'all ready to hear what Tyrese had to say after he was arrested and he turned himself in on the charges of, I think it's animal cruelty? Are y'all ready to hear what he posted down to his social media? Hey, y'all. Lord. Hey, boo. Are y'all ready to hear this? I have to get ready to read it in my best Tyrese voice. All right, we ready? Okay. Wow. Just leaked the body cam footage. Dear TMZ, you see now? Who goes this far? A SWAT team of 17 officers swarmed my home while I was out of town. My grandmother, who was currently battling pneumonia, was sick in her room, under the weather. 6 armed Fulton County officers stood outside her door with their guns drawn. 6 police officers. They handcuffed and arrested her. They broke down my front door, kicked it off the hinges, and even kicked in my master bedroom door. They flew a drone through my house. When did I become a murder suspect? When did I become a drug smuggler? How can they justify taking things to this level? They took my miniature Pomeranian named Dream, and he hashtag Dream like we were going to look it up, who is still locked up. That's not funny. He said locked up. It's not funny, but he said locked up. Like, I was just thinking like the police, like the police put the Pomeranian in cuffs or something. Anyway. Oh, God. Okay. And this isn't even all of the body cam footage. Wow. Let me remind you, I was out of state. My dog allegedly harmed another dog. No, your dog allegedly killed another dog. That's not harmed. I've already expressed my deepest due empathy. I think he meant to say sympathy. I don't know. For what happened to my neighbor's dog. And those sentiments will never change. I have lived in the ghetto. I've been around murderers, killers, dope dealers, heroin, prostitution, police brutality, excessive force, drive-by shootings, Black and Mexican gangs, essays. Essays. Were you trying to say like essay, like the Spanish say essay? Because he wrote it like essays, like ESSAYS, like he writing an essay for school. I don't know how essay is spelled, but I don't think it's spelled that way. Anybody in here know how to spell essay like the Latino people use it? Because I don't think it's spelled like essay, like you writing an essay. I could be wrong though, because I never tried to spell it. So I don't know. Oh, that's how it's spelled? That's what I thought, Bab. I didn't think it was spelled ESSAY. I didn't think it was spelled that way. And why are you bringing them into this? They are sitting somewhere going, how we get in it? Because that's not. And I've never had a mug shot in my life. I moved to Buckhead, and now I have my first mug shot. LOL. Now online, I'm being called hashtag mugshot bae. So nobody's calling you that. Who is calling Tyrese mugshot bae? Who did that? Who did it? Hey, put it in the chat right now if you was calling that man mugshot bae. Who did it? Who's calling that man mugshot bae? Sir, nobody's calling you that. Nobody. In my best Keith Sweat voice. Nobody's calling you that, sir. TT said, does his dog have a mug? Now, I'm going to be honest and say, I didn't go look for the mugshot. Mugshot. I didn't go look for the body cam footage because I just don't care enough. I didn't go looking for it. I didn't go looking for it. So I don't know what his mugshot looked like. I don't know what the body cam footage looked like. Now, I do feel like if what he's saying is true, I do feel like that was a bit excessive. I do. You arresting his grandmama and kicking down doors and stuff. It does sound a bit excessive. However, Tyrese, you knew they was looking for you. Did you have your attorney call them and say, hey, my client is out of town working. When he gets back in town, he will surrender himself? Did you do that? Because I know you knew. You know how I know you knew? Because I knew. I knew you had a warrant. So if I knew you had a warrant, you knew you had a warrant. Did you have your attorney call down to Fulton County and say, hey, my client is out of town on business. He'll be back on XYZ day. And when he gets back, he'll turn himself in? Did you? Because you knew you had a warrant. Now, I do think it's excessive. I'm sorry. I think that is excessive. But did you tell the people you wasn't there? Listen, y'all know how these white people feel about their dogs. Y'all know how these people feel about their dogs. Your dogs is out here just, you know how they feel about their dogs. Sir, they issued a warrant for the two dogs, not him, when they went to the house. Why you ain't tell them people you was out of town and you bring them dogs in when you got back? That's all you had to do, Tyrese. That is all you had to do. Was tell them people, look, I'm out of town. I'm filming the newest what's the movies, the car movies that he do? What's them car movies that he do? Fast and the Furious number 26. I'm filming Fast and the Furious. I don't have time. The police said he was supposed to surrender the Friday before. Oh, well, see, that's what, listen, it's always, I can't with these people. I cannot with these people. Anyway, let me keep going. Listen, because we got to get into this lawsuit. All right, are we almost done? I think we covered everything. Oh, we got one last little story to cover. And we got two more. Damn. Y'all, we might have to do, okay. We're going to have to do Todd's lawsuit tomorrow. We don't have time because it's 8 o'clock and almost 8 o'clock. Todd actually did file his lawsuit, his defamation lawsuit against NBC Universal, but it's 24 pages long. We're going to have to do that tomorrow, okay? We're going to do the lawsuit tomorrow, okay? We're going to finish these stories up today because I got 3 more stories, and then we got to get ready for the Salt Wives, all right? He left the dogs instead of turning them over to animal control. See, I can't. Now, let me give y'all a little update to this story, and I might have to give y'all a little background. Todd from the Real Housewives of Miami. See, I'm gonna just do this on the other channel anyway, because a lot of y'all don't really watch. No, see, y'all don't even know. Todd, Alexia's husband, on the ex-husband over the Real Housewives of Miami. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do it on the other channel, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow on the other channel. Okay. Y'all remember Young, Famous, and African, right? No, you good. Y'all are good. Because I just threw it out there, Todd. And y'all were like, which Todd? We know more than one Todd, girl. Yeah, Todd from the Real Housewives of Miami filed his defamation lawsuit against NBC. So I want to give that fair time. So we'll do that tomorrow. Y'all remember Young, Rich, and Famous, right? Y'all remember Young, Rich? For those of you who watch Young, Famous, and African with Swanky Jerry and all of them people. Y'all remember, right? So y'all remember us talking about Annie and Tubaba. Now, Annie and Tubaba were married. And then last year it was reported that Tubaba, now he had multiple children throughout their marriage. But Annie, she was standing by her man. Okay, she was standing by her man. But the last season of Young, Famous, and African, Annie looked like she was really going through some things, right? even to the point where I'm going to just tell you the truth. I suspected she was on drugs. I'm going to just tell y'all what I thought. That's my opinion. I don't know her. I ain't saying it's true. I just say it looked like that lady was dealing with some addiction, okay? She ended up leaving the show and not even finishing filming that season. Well, soon after the season was over, we found out that Tubaba, not only was he cheating on her again, but he was cheating on her with like a equivalent of like a congresswoman over there. And she actually checked herself into, they never said what it was for, but she did end up checking herself into a facility. When the news broke, she was unavailable. She was in the hospital. They never said exactly what it was for. But let me tell y'all something. Baby Annie has reemerged, and Annie is looking good now. She is definitely looking so much better than what she looked on that last season. She looks, if I follow her social media, baby Annie looks good. And I think they've started filming the new season because Swanky Jerry is back in South Africa, because that's where they filmed the show. He's inside, and baby, by the looks of all those suitcases he had, he's planning to be there for a while. Okay. And there's footage of the two of them hanging out. And again, if you watch the show, you know that their friendship fell out. But it sounds like part of why their friendship fell out is because of Tubaba, her ex-husband. They're divorced now. Her now ex-husband. And it looks like they've been hanging out. I don't know if they're hanging out because they're filming or if they're back friends again. I hope they're back friends again because she needed friends. I know that Jerry was in her comments and sending her encouragement and liking a lot of her stuff. So I saw that they were back at least at a space where he was following her on social media and supporting her publicly. And a lot of her cast were there for her. Okay. Yeah. Annie looks good. Okay. Annie looks gorgeous. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all Annie. Let me see if I can find her social media because baby Annie look good. Okay. Let me see. Annie. Because that's it right there. That's her name. Baby, look at Annie. Look at Annie, honey. She look like she done lost some weight. Look like she done lost. Look at Annie. Annie look good. Okay. Annie ain't playing with y'all. Baby, look at that face card. Look at that face card. Baby, Annie's not playing with y'all. Okay. I was seeing if I could find the footage of when she was she must have just put that on her story when she was at looked like she was at like a club or something, and Jerry was there with her. Let me see. All right, no, it's gone. I thought maybe I could find it. Let me see. Baby, this is Jerry, Swanky Jerry. This is him landing in South Africa. Those are all of his suitcases. You think he plans to be there for a while? Baby, those are all of his suitcases, honey. You think he plans to be in South Africa for a while? So I said, well, maybe they're starting to film the new season. So now, but let me tell y'all the update, though. So now that y'all caught up on the backstory, let me give y'all the update. So look, according to the celebrity blogger Down to the Africa, she's sort of like, I don't want to say she the equivalent of top. What the hell? I'm sorry. I'm not saying she the equivalent. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not saying she the equivalent of Tasha K, but she's like a celebrity blogger. According to her, she said, let me let y'all know. Let me read it to y'all, honey. You ain't heard this from me. Tubaba, who is Annie's ex-husband, who ended up marrying that lady, and she pregnant. Well, at least they said she was pregnant. I don't know. Allegedly was arrested after clashing with his new wife, Natasha. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm going to say that lady name wrong. Then they messed around and got married. So let me tell y'all what it says. It says, viral blogger Silverdam has alleged that music icon Tubaba was arrested in London following a dispute with Natasha, her. The incident reportedly forced the cancellation of his scheduled UK tour, leaving fans disappointed by his absence. The allegations come just weeks after his 50th birthday celebration and only months into his new marriage. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I'm a firm believer in Karma being a bald-headed bitch. And he keeps shining, baby. You keep shining. Yeah, Natasha is the one that Tubaba's family accused of putting witchcraft on him. That's her. Swanky I've seen him fly private, and I've also seen him fly like first class. I've seen, because I follow his social media, I've seen him do both. I guess it depends on where he's going and all that good stuff, but I've seen him do both. So, okay. So there's that. All right. Now, this next story is our next to last story before we get out of here. Denise Richards went to court today. She went to court today. Y'all know that Denise Richards she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Then she had her own spinoff, but she was like a high actress married to Charlie Sheen back in the day. Her husband filed for divorce, and y'all know that she said that there was abuse. So they went to court today. And let me read y'all this little article about what happened in court today. Okay. Denise Richards is seeking to make her temporary restraining order against her ex-husband permanent. Now, they said ex-husband. Is the divorce final? Because that's quick as hell. I mean, I understand they probably had a prenup, but damn, she just filed for divorce at the beginning of the summer. I don't know if that's her ex-husband yet. But listen, now we know that Denise testified today in court. She claims that this man was abusive to her on multiple occasions. She claims that this man gave her multiple concussions and that there were times when she thought she wasn't going to make it out alive. Now, this is what Denise said, okay? I'm not negating Denise's argument because I wasn't there. I'm not negating what Denise said at all. But listen to who else testified today. Y'all ready? Come on, pop-ups. Kathleen McAllister, the cousin of Denise Richards' ex, Aaron, is backing up Denise's claims of abuse. On Monday, October the 6th, Ms. McAllister appeared virtually during a court hearing where Richards is requesting to make her temporary restraining order against Aaron permanent amid their ongoing divorce. Okay, yeah, it says that they're still going through the divorce. McAllister claimed that she witnessed Aaron give Richards a black eye on January the 17th of 2022. She said, quote, "I saw Aaron hit Denise and immediately she had a bad black eye. I'm literally in shock now to this day about it." Girl, you ain't in shock before you know. In court, McAllister, who worked at Pfeiffer's at Aaron's medical office in Malibu as a holistic energy practitioner on and off from spring of 2017 until May of 22, went on to demonstrate how Aaron allegedly hit Richards with the palm of his hand. Denise was in shock. I was in shock. McAllister alleged that the pair who got married in 2018 had been fighting prior to the incident because Aaron thought Richards had placed listening devices in his office and there was alcohol involved. She said it was an evening of chaos and arguing that kept escalating. Richards first accused Aaron of domestic violence after she filed for divorce from him on July the 7th. She was granted a temporary restraining order against him. Aaron has denied the abuse allegations as completely false and deeply hurtful. Aaron has not responded to the claims made in McAllister's testimony. In court, McAllister said she witnessed other horrific acts of abuse by Aaron against Richards, including one incident where he pinned her against a concrete wall where his truck was parked at the office. He was choking her, and her head slammed against the wall and caused a concussion. She was really upset and in pain and disoriented. I was concerned she could have. Now listen. Now, Allison, I think you're being a lie. She said, I was concerned she could have died. Okay. McAllister claimed that there was another fight that occurred in a bathroom at his office sometime between the black eye incident and May of that year. She said, McAllister said she heard thrashing in the bathroom, that Richards sustained an injury on her head from Aaron slamming her head on the toilet paper rack in the bathroom. She said a different incident happened at the office in March of 2021, during which Richards hid in the bathroom. She said Aaron was terrorizing her and she was looking for support. I was in my office and she was texting from the bathroom. McAllister described the period between January and May of 2022 as a period of escalating abuse with frequent yelling and arguing. She also noted that she heard him threaten to kill her several times. And when asked if she was afraid that he would do it, she said, we both were. He threatened to unalive both of us. He would just be raging and threatening, and if we told anybody, he'd unalive us. As the abuse escalated through the years, he exploited our sympathy. After the judge asked if all of these incidents involved substances, McAllister responded that at the time, Aaron was what anyone would refer to as an alcoholic, and that fueled his aggression. Earlier in the hearing, Richards' lawyer said that McAllister only agreed to testify under the condition that her name be kept off the witness list. She's definitely afraid of him, Richards' lawyer adding that McAllister was in close proximity to the 2022 incident. She was afraid of her name being spread in the news and being intimidated by any third party who saw her name in the news. Well, clearly the judge didn't have Clearly, the judge let her name be, because her name is, they done said her full name in here. I didn't read her full name, but her full name is in the article. This is all I'm going to say about this. Girl, what you do? Did you call the police? Did you take Denise to the hospital? Like, I need more information. Did you take her to the hospital? Did you take her to the police station? This is ridiculous. This is so sad, though. This is so sad. That's horrible, y'all. And if you watch, like Don said, if you watch the show, we definitely saw things on the show that, like, there was one incident where he was getting upset, and as they were walking, he was holding her hand, and she was like, "Stop, you're hurting my hand." And he was like, "I'm gonna do something worse to you if you don't come on here." I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember his exact words, but he threatened her. He was like, "Look, if you don't bring your ass on here, I'm gonna do worse." So all right, y'all. Probably, Cindy. They probably had a concierge doctor that came in and took care of all of that. All right, now we have an update to this Lil Durk situation. For those who don't remember, we read through the lawsuit. Lil Durk was arrested and accused of, murder for hire. He was accused of being involved in the King Von unaliving that happened. So there were a couple of things that have happened today. So let me read you guys. I'm just going to read a couple of articles. I didn't pull the paperwork to read the updated filings and stuff like that. I'm just going to read y'all the paper, the article. So here's one article. Hold on a second. Do we have over 200 likes, y'all? Right now we under 200 people, but we had over 200 people. Hold on a second, y'all. Wait a minute. Was it Avenging King Von? Okay, maybe that's what it was. I know King Von was involved. Yes, the Blackberry Jack is so good. Okay. All right, let me read you guys this. So, prosecutors fear Little Dirk may have tampered with witnesses after being caught with an Apple Watch, and his team seeks to dismiss the murder for hire case ahead of trial. So let me read y'all this article, honey. The bad news is the rapper is under fire after jail officials say he was caught using an Apple Watch while behind bars. He reportedly tried to destroy the evidence once it was discovered. However, the damage was already done. On Monday, October the 6th, prosecutors filed a motion requesting an anonymous jury for the upcoming trial, citing concerns about possible witness tampering. The good news, Dirk's defense team is pushing to have this murder for hire case dismissed altogether, arguing the federal indictment doesn't lay out enough specifics for a fair trial. Attorney Findings wrote that while the indictment alleges that the co-conspirators carried out various acts at the direction of Mr. Banks, aka Lil Durk, like flying to Los Angeles, tracking, stalking, and attempting to unalive Quando Rondo, and procuring the firearms and equipment used to do so, it fails to give any specific. Baby, they said it fails to give any specifics. I thought that was pretty specific, wasn't it? Okay. Finding added when, where, how, and whom did Mr. Banks give these alleged directions? To ensure the basic fairness of this trial, the defense is entitled to know. A hearing is scheduled for November the 18th, and as of now, Dirk, who has been in custody since October 2024, will head to trial in January of 2026. Now here is another article I found today, honey. Now this one says, and it's gonna probably be some overlapped information, but Little Dirk supporters threatened a prosecutor and a judge. The government has revealed that supporters of Lil Durk have made threats against a prosecutor and a judge involved in his murder for hire trial. In court documents obtained by Complex, which were filed as part of a request for anonymous jury due to safety concerns, an FBI report details 4 voicemails left on a Central District of California United States Magistrates judge's line, threatening them if Durk and co-defendant DeAndre Wilson are convicted. Quote, if they get life, I'm going to burn this MFer down, end quote. One of the voicemails to the judge reportedly said, and then another one is, quote, burn it to the ground. It's not a game, bitch, end quote. Assistant United States Attorney Ian Yanello, one of the prosecutors in the case, also received a phone call from an unidentified male caller who told him, free Dirk, quote, free Dirk or we're going to shoot that motherfucker up, end quote. He picked up the call and asked who they wanted to, pow pow. And they replied, shit, your ass. Yeah. I don't know which was dumber. You asking the question or their response. Listen, they called your number. They called your number and said, we are going to pow pow you. And you picked up the phone and asked, who? I don't think I'm mad at their response. Shit, you. You the one I called. you? Who you think I'm talking to? He said, shit, you. I get it, baby. But baby, that thing took me out. He said, shit, your ass. Oh, that thing is funny to me. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. This is serious. This is serious. This is serious. I'm sorry. Okay. Defendant supporters have already attempted to intimidate individuals connected to the case. The government's request for an anonymous jury reads, the document lists the threats as one of the reasons that the government is requesting to keep identifying details of the jurors secret, even to the attorneys trying the case. Although it also notes that the government's investigation into the threats uncovered no direct link to the defendants. Lil Durk's real name, Dirk Devontae Banks, is currently awaiting trial on murder for hire charges in connection with the August 22 fatal shooting of Sylvain Robinson, the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo. It is believed that Quando Rondo was the intended target of the shooting, which is suspected to be in retaliation of King Von. Right, Andrew, it's a retaliation. Prosecutors have alleged that Dirk ordered the shooting and other violent incidents connected to only the family members. The trial was originally scheduled to kick off in October, but it was recently delayed till January due to the complex nature of the case. Dirk wanted the trial to happen in October, but the other defendants in the case agreed to the decision to push it back. Dirk has filed a number of motions to have the case dismissed. I don't know what y'all want me to do with this. In the words of El Teddy, I don't know what y'all want me to do with this. Baby, that's all I got for today. Okay, I got me a good little chuckle off of that. We are going to do the lawsuit tomorrow because the lawsuit is 24 pages. Now, if I didn't have to do Salt Wives, then I would probably go ahead and thug it out. But we've been here for over an hour and a half. So I'm going to go watch Salt Wives and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about them Salt Wives. Okay. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.